Hello and welcome. My name is Space Muffin, and this is the Void Strategy. So today we're going to be talking about the Faerie Dragon here. It costs 3, and it's got some really hilarious abilities. So as you can see, it's a flying unit. It's got a lot of cool stuff. But so the description is: this flying trickster can see through stealth and shakes off poison, burns, stuns, and slows. That is really good. I have Fae Blessing. Probably not the best ability, but it's funny for the deck that I'm building. The other abilities are Invisibility and Phase Shift. But this ability, basically, once per deploy, you grant resist to a nearby ally. And then the traits that they have, obviously, like I mentioned, Flying, Elemental, Detect, Nullify, Resistance, and it's a single target. So these are the stats. And I mean, it's a really interesting unit. It's very diverse. It actually makes some of the really bad units in the game pretty decent. So, for example, I was experimenting with the Molten Giant, and so you can do interesting things with it, right? You can run Bolster, right? And then you can run the Fairy to give it resist, the Faerie Dragon to give it resist. But I found it works best in Tyrion. So if you guys saw our Tyrion video, you guys can check that out. But basically, I replaced the Huntress with this. So I'll kind of show you how this works, and yeah, we'll get right into it. So I'm going to explain to you guys how this could potentially work in a PvP situation. Now, look, this is not, in my opinion, the best PvP deck, but I think there is some potential here. So what we want to do is we want to plop out these dudes. Getting stuff going. Okay, so obviously they have a strategy with... They're using a new Jaina strategy that is incredibly broken, where they just cycle through all their shenanigans. So this is interesting. Very clever deck, but we'll see. So yeah, you just plop out your fairies, and then you get an army of dudes going. Start mining. They're obviously not mining. And then we just put out our wolves. So in PvP, like I said, the idea is to buff Tyrion, right? So you just kind of... So as you can see, it kind of buffs him. The Jaina strategy, is decent, but the problem is eventually you run out of shenanigans. You know what I mean? And then by then I have all my dudes rolling up. And then we're doing more shenanigans. So I out-shenanigans them, so... Awesome, guys. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this deck that I've built here. We have the Holy Nova with Renew. We have our trusty Faerie Dragon with the Fae Blessing. We have, of course, our Molten Giant with, the Threatening Presence. You can also go with Bolster. It's pretty funny. We have our Shaman with Earth Shield. We have our Quillbore with Tunnel Vision. And then we have our Harpies with... let's actually give him the Trinket Collector. And then, of course, we have our dude here. So what we want to do, the idea is to buff the dude as much as possible. So let's go for one of these quests here. So awesome, guys. We have an amazing PvE build here, as you guys just saw. So what you're going to do is you're going to play your Giant. You're going to buff the Giant. You're then going to play the Shaman, and hopefully it gives the Giant... Okay, so it gave them Earth Shield. Not a big deal. And then you're just going to watch it wreak havoc. It's amazing. Then you have the Holy Nova if you need crowd control, which it looks like we're going to need a little bit of crowd control over here. But as you can see, they're just snagging towers left and right. You know what I mean? And so, what we do is we go in and just start playing fools, right? So, as you can see, the Shaman and the Giant are putting in the work. And the Giant's resistant to the burn and things like that. So, it's able to live a little bit longer than what it normally would and get that damage off. You are going to have problems with flying units. And that's why you have the Shaman there, usually speaking. And then, of course, we have our Holy Nova, which is going to allow us to not only kill that, but also heal the the Molten Giant. So you see how long the Molten Giant's able to survive in this environment. That's part of what makes this build so hilarious, is you keep buffing dudes. So, you know, he's grabbing that, and then boom, we play out another Shaman. So we have 3 or we had 3, but now we have 2 Molten Giants out. So it's an interesting build. It's kind of funny. Like, this isn't gonna win you like tournaments, but it is a hilarious build in my opinion. And like I said, you can grab your harpies and have them do some mining, and then like with the Shaman out, like the dude's basically indestructible. You know what I mean? So what we'll do is we're gonna like maybe put out another Shaman once we get the chance, unless it's game. Yeah, it looks like it's game. So we'll go ahead and play another game. So that's like the general premise. Like, obviously there's no towers on this level, so, you know, it's kind of one of those situations, but like the general idea is still there, right? And then, you know, we got a bunch of dudes rolling up, so we can just Holy Nova them. You know what I mean? And then the tower should take care of them. Worst case scenario, we can plop out some harpies or plop out the Shaman, you know, and then, yeah, let's do the harpies. And then let's go ahead and do the Shaman too. So we have a nice like synergistic element going on here. Obviously, I wish we could have got out some more Shamans, but you know, we can kind of just still play it. We can still play it the same way, and just kind of cycle into our dudes. And then what we'll do is, yeah, look at that, bam. So once again, this is not the best deck in the world, but as you can see, you're going to get some, like, hilarious PvP stuff off, right? Or PvE stuff, not PvP, PvE. There's funny things you can do, you know? They have their Molten Giant, and you're obviously going to win. So let's see. He's got the... Okay, so the frickin' thing... Yeah, there we go. Okay, looks good. Looking good. And then hopefully we can squeeze a Holy Nova out. If he's not dead by then, let's see. Yes, there we go. Look at that. And then hopefully... Oh no, he's dead. He's dead. Let's go and get some harpies out. Let's get him mining. Alright, so... Let's wait for the opportune moment to strike here. So then he's going to get the Earth Shield. And then hopefully... Okay, so then they get the resistance. So that's pretty... So it looks like you got to put out the Dragon Fairy first, but... I don't know. He stomps towers in. Like, you know what I mean? And then you can just kind of add some distractions there. Wait a little bit. You know, maybe we can get the harpies out, but then again, he's got that... he's got that dude. So let's see what we can do here. If he's gonna... Yeah, there we go. Looks good. So that strategy's working over there. Looks like they're having fun. Shaman's doing its thing. So it looks like it's game. Plop out another Shaman. He's got the taunt ability. Should start... Yeah, there we go. Gotta get that Holy Nova off. Oh, dang. Darn. While they're hanging out having fun, we are going to start developing our master plan here. Okay, there we go. So we got the shield off. Harpy's grabbing the gold, it looks like. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to squeeze out a little distraction over here. And it looks like... The question is, can we get a Holy Nova squeezed out? Looks like we're going to squeeze out the second Shaman. Not really too worried about the tower. But it looks like the Shaman is now distracted, so not a big deal. Let's go ahead and plop out some harpies to deal with that situation. Harpies should be able to make quick. If they can save the Shaman, please save the Shaman. Oh, the Shaman's dead. That's okay, though. That is perfectly fine. So let's see if we can squeeze some stuff off here. We did some squeezing, looking good. I did a little early, not a big deal. So as you can see, like, there is some merit here. So I guess the question that we have to ask ourselves is, can this deck work in a PvP situation? I don't think so, to be completely honest. I believe that this deck is too niche, if that makes any sense, to work in a PvP situation. But there are elements here that we are able to take advantage of, such as the shaman, and then we're able to stun our people. So, I mean, it's looking good. He's kind of just spamming, like, stuff, which is fine. As long as we got our shaman, like, in the works, I think we'll be okay. That darn... Yeah, she's good. The Huntress is really good. The Huntress is borderline broken. But that's okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. We got dudes on deck. Yeah, very clever strategy distracting me with that. But, you know, really I'm distracting him. We got harpies on deck. We're going to be able to put in a little bit of work. He just loves that gold mine, doesn't he? He just loves the gold. We're just squeezing out damage at this point. Let's go and give him resist. Let's go and pop these guys out. Oh, look, we won. So, yay! Bad deck works. Alright, there you have it, the Faerie Dragon, guys. It's a diverse unit. You can try out your own builds. I mean, the invisibility might not be terrible if you're looking for damage. I like the fact that it buffs your ally, and then it's kind of a backup ranged unit, if that makes any sense. So it does have PvP applications, but there's a lot of hilarious synergies that you can do with it that, in my opinion, you know, I mean, you can play with it. You can put it in Jaina, you know, you can, there's so much you could do with it that could work out, you know, but it seems to work well with tankier units. So, but I don't know, we can experiment, you know, so that's part of the fun of this. But hopefully I've given you guys some cool ideas, and we will see you in the next video. Also, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and visit thevoid.gg. Bye-bye.